There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We talk about podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Calling for people who willing to sell. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers giving us the end of premise from them. The welcome and life without again.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Play body so make you I can't Sktv benyo. Say my journey, tina get I say my jamo. And you no money, emu aye yo. And you love emu aye yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I dine ya to money, and I sadia ya to money, and I connectly ya to money, and I put a boy ya to money, and I dine ya to money, and I sadia ya to money, and I connectly ya to money, and I put a boy ya to money, and I forget now ya to money. That's the baby, and I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Calling for people who willing to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. The world with my life without fear. From Grandpa's and Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Vancouver, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Bacoloo, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
What's out guessing for the National Trust Authorities here trying to have some dialogue with the protesters. He's one of the organizers here. Noah is trying to have a conversation with. is trying to place on a negotiation rule here.
The last communication just said we want to go. The minister now let us see that.
Good. So we will continue to play that so that you can see. For those of you who
Are you a student? Why do you here? Why do you here?
Traffic. No way for me to go. Since this morning, no time. No day on traffic. I can't go there. I come and share it. They got to eat. They got to rescue the government to rescue us.
So the police are asking you to leave from here.
Let it come and then get me out of the streets. We won't go there. We won't go there. The government will do nothing for us. He not do shit for us. So we won't go there. I want them to eat. And they say, we say, we don't want to eat. So if they how will we go? How will we go? We talk to the people.
So that's why the police are here to talk to them.
But they're not talking anything good.
They are having conversation. That's a peaceful negotiation. There have been no violence out here.
So your share is please, your share is show. In fact, today is Wednesday, folks. I want to welcome all of you to the SKTV show. Indeed, today is Wednesday, having to be the 13th of November, and for matter of fact, the 11th month and the year remains the same, 2024. What a beautiful Wednesday evening indeed. A good way to start and a good way to go. Indeed, that's the country we all have, and that's the country that we live in. The young people, the people who we call the future leaders, the people that's supposed to be technocraft, that's supposed to be having all of the engineer skills, or those skills, everything. They are the ones you see out there protesting. And what's their budget for the MVTC? You will know all of these things. Again, good evening. Share the show, please. Anytime from now, Monk will be joining me. Sego will be joining me. Steve Bode also will be joining me. Or Mose will be joining me. And the rest of the panelists will also join me on this show this evening. But again, I'm Johnson Mayban could have sitting pretty tight this evening. I'm going to recognize a few of you who are following us and also sending out your comments. Please, we want you to like, comment, and share. Martha Gay, good evening. She said you're watching from Grand Raps. Yes, indeed, good evening to you. At Ruth Roberts Bengba, our own strong supporter, always following this SKTV show. James David, yes, James David said, wow, James David, indeed, that's a society. Let me be. Look, it's just so interesting. Well, indeed. So let me just take that one down. Let me see what Monk is here. No, I'm still waiting for Monk. But let me show you this one. Also, one of the I have this video and I have to show you this video. Then you will know the society we live in today, the kind of a country we have today, where we're seeing our lawmakers. They are still fighting back to back. What are they doing for the young people? This country, there you go. Let me see this. I have this video. I want to play this video. After that one, when is this video? Before Steve come or before Mon join us. Today is Wednesday. As usual, we will talk a little bit about some social issues. You know, there are so many social news, graduation. So I want to say congratulations to those of you that are also walking out of the war of the AMU. Today, we want to say congratulations to all of you, including my good friend and brother, formerly of RCA, Augustine Tisa, also worked out today with degree today from the AMU. We want to say congratulations to you, Augustine Tisa, and the rest of the team there, also from Freedom FM, KOK, Elixir, my good friend, yes, all of you. Yes, we're going to send a shout out to all of you. Let me see, where is the video? Yeah, I want to play this one so that you too, so you can know exactly when we are talking. Some of you say, you're not like, so where is the video? Yeah, let me see this video. Good. I think this is the video. I think some of you are watch, or maybe you may have one way or the other come across this video. Yes, so this is the life of the young people. They are the MVTC budget is 4,000. But anyway, let me see. I want to play this video first. Then you will know exactly why this country is not moving forward. Because the human capacity, building of human capacity in this country have become like, oh, the people, they only want to get what they can get, and that's just it, and they are done. They don't care about what I think go right with the young people who are happy. Well, how can they feel something like this? No, video, don't do that. Don't, let me see. Oh, well, what happened to this video? Yes. So let me see. Okay. No. Okay. We got to do something quick. All right. So let me see. Okay, good. So now we can play this video. Yes, indeed. Good evening to all of you. I'm waiting for my team at least. So while I'm waiting, let me be showing you. Okay, so Monk is here already. But before Monk come on quickly, Monk, this video, this is some of the happening back home from some of your where this video quickly. All right, correct. So let me just bring it.
See them. See them. See them. See them. See in here, my people. Yes, stand up, baby. Yes, stand up, baby. Everything. Put everything down. Put everything down. Put everything down. Put everything down. Up again, you can see them. See them, kind of a hot sun. See them. See them. See them. See them.
So, Mark, first of all, let me welcome you. Yes, indeed, let me say a wonderful good evening to you from the end here in Liberia. It's in the evening. I don't know about your end, but good evening to you, Mark.
What's up, Mabon, and what's up to the rest of the listening audience? As usual, today is what, Tuesday, right? Today is Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, right? I mean, I'm getting stuff twisted. Today is Wednesday, May week, and welcome again to the listening audience, people that are watching via social media and listening on the radio, Liberia more specifically, but from all over the world, US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, they got Liberian all around the world, Italy, Turkey, and from around the entire global community. Another day to be on SKTV, and we are here to do the people's work on a Wednesday. So I'm all set and ready to go. Just waiting on you on the call.
Wonderful, Mark. So I'm showing two separate videos. The first video was the youth that want to go to school and are being deprived, or because of no teachers, or because of no logistics, because of no support, or in fact no support. So they are protesting, and the one that are taking drugs. Monk, well, you first of all, you saw the first video, or you want me to play maybe some part of it?
Yeah, you can play some part of it, the first one, because I think I missed that one. I just saw the one that those kids are coming from that building. I don't know if it's an uncompleted building or they just stuck in there. And I didn't see the first one, so maybe it will be a great idea to play it, and let me just get a hint of it.
Wonderful. So I'm about to play it. That's the society, that's the life that we have here, and that's the kind of leadership that we have as country. Cool. So this one.
So the riot police are here, I think the head of the riot team is here trying to have a chat.
So what are they protesting for?
Yes, Mark.
Yeah.
What you saying? What's the question?
I said, what they are protesting for? Because it gets noisy. I don't know the objective of the
so
protest.
When you listen at the back, you hear we want teachers. We don't want police.
Okay.
So yes, it's a vocational school. They most talk about MVTC. I think you've been hearing about that.
Oh, been there forever. Yeah.
Good. So they are demanding for teachers that if they don't want police, they want teachers.
But what happened to their teachers? Their teachers are on a boycott or strike?
The teachers, according to information, months, no salaries and so forth, so they left. Or in fact, so they all go slow. So because no, you don't want lazy.
And that's also the number one technical institution because the MVCC been around forever. I mean, they're not new to the business when it comes to giving people the skills that they need, most especially vocational training. Matter of fact, that's what the name suggests. But if their teachers cannot get paid, I mean, it just sad. It tells you, I keep saying it, it tells you about the future of the country. You're talking about people who want to go to school cannot have access to teachers or instructors. And then you got an entire generation of people that are struggling with drugs. So it just tells you about Liberia's future 15 or 20 years from now. These are the people that are supposed to be taking over, and you already see what's happening. That's why I keep telling you, people, there is no outlet for us. I don't know. Maybe with my 10-year run, I just don't see the possibility. And the reality is that it's not going to change anytime soon until we get that kind of a leadership, people who know how to prioritize. You got a speaker walking away with $7 million extra. I'm not talking about your office budget, but the number one vocational and technical institution in the country, they can't even afford to pay teachers to show up just to impact kids with knowledge and skills. Can you imagine that? The extra that he took within 2 budget cycles, $7 million.
$7 million.
Yeah, $7 million extra. That's one, I guess, extra. And we're already talking about a budget
even
of
their setting fees. Even their setting fees. All of their setting fees are low.
Setting fees, yeah.
And you have $4,000 as a budget for a vocational school.
Yeah. Nowhere Kotolo walking away with $6,500, and she there talking about she opening farm. The country is a lost cause.
Jesus.
It's a lost cause. I believe it's a curse. Some people want to analyze it from a physical point of view. I say no. Anything that the mind cannot comprehend got to be having some kind of a spiritual connotation to it. It's a curse.
So that means Wakana baby even getting more money than
the MVD. And I don't know how much they are getting paid, because if she could walk away with $6,500, I know maybe the average teacher over there will be getting anywhere between 200 or 250. Let's get to the math. Maybe you are talking about more than 20 or 25 instructors that will be deprived of getting just the bare minimum. And no one could tell her, because she said Bwaka is not baby. She was able to walk away with $6,500. And your speaker walk away with, I'm not talking about his office budget. I'm just talking about the extra that he got through the budget line. He walked away with $7 million plus within 2 budget cycles. Think about that. $7 million US. So and nobody is mad.
So Mark, I was joking, or in fact telling one of my colleagues not too long, I said, for me, even when I hear Liberia government some millions of dollars, I won't talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
I said, because it made no sense to me.
It makes no sense.
Talking about Liberia government some 50 million contract, some some 100 million grant to do what with that? Why am I going to be burning my own heart, thing that I will not benefit anything from? So it is indeed frustrating more to see young people who are eager to go to school but cannot get teachers. And you see the
and we had a conversation. We're doing some research on Nico Tech from Ghana, because that's my thing we're talking about. When we talk about government, we talk about politics, we talk about people less being affected all over the country. We're talking about system, right? You got your MVTC, the number one technical training institution, doesn't have access to their instructors, right? Because they are on the go slow or on the strike. And you want me to believe that there is a $25 million scheme that being established to give people the asset to come overseas and study up to a master's program in STEM courses or science, technology, engineering, mathematics. You want me to believe that? It makes no sense, because you can't even get a basic thing right. These are just basic essential. Just pay teachers to go to school. In the train case, you cannot do it. You don't have priorities. All you know how to do is to just spread over the national budget, take millions of dollars here and there. People boycott session, and you got folks that will be taking side. Like, why is there to take? Your country is going down the drain, and all you can do is to pick a side, is to play politics. You want to come and raise your anger against people that give you the information on Sktv and other outlets. You are sick people. You ain't ready for life yet.
That we don't like the government. We hate if the government is look. Where in this world you will hear somebody, even the present private generator, somebody senator as a land, their generator making close to 75,000 in the budget. 75,000 just for generator. Even just for their amusement, just for their happiness month.
They get entertainment budget. You live in a country, right? Maybe think about it. We are one of the poorest countries in the world, where the average person lives on less than $2 a day, and you got a generator that can consume more than $75,000 in a year. Then we give those guys who already stealing from us on a massive scale, and you are giving them tens of thousands of dollars just for entertainment. Entertain who? Like, bro, man, we might as well get break that whole country down and start from scratch, man. And start building some institution for the future. It's a waste of time.
And Monk, I just like the way you said it about somebody saying that when we talk about it, they will come here and say what they want. Young people, look, let me tell you, like I was saying in month today, I was following all of these things that you talk about, the scholarship and so forth, and all of the happening today in the country. And look at everything I said in my heart, I said, but is that most of the people, when they come to public, or maybe when they come to the government, in less than 3 months time more, they got the fat eye to get millions of dollars, carry it somewhere and deposit it, and now come by and say, now we're ready enough for any battle now. Because anytime they can get out of the country, they don't care about you. They don't want to know as to what's going to happen next. Even when there's chaos, they don't want to know. Because what are the Russia thing? We're hearing people talking about this, even though we're going to come to that. Mom, it is frustrating that young people who always, in fact, the entire country, even during the election, young people were in majority. Today
they are deceptive and corrupt too. They take money here and there from politicians. They think that it's a gamble. They think they are rolling the dice. They don't know that their future is going to be part of it. When you make bad decisions, you will live with the consequence of your decision. That's why elections are all about. You go to the ballot box, you cast your ballot, you think that you can scam people with vision and ideas for that country. You think you want to play tribal politics, you want to vote on your political party line. You've seen the leadership, you know their background, they have scammed you before, they have stolen from you before, they have destroyed the country before, and yet you keep repeating them back in the public office. So you're not going to get any better. So it's from both sides. The public officials are corrupt, and even the people that are casting the ballot themselves, they are corrupt.
And to even add on more, they are not even willing to even hold these people accountable. When you talk, we who are making every effort to come here and talk. By the time you come here to talk, they have issues with you as to you hate. You people, you hate. I don't even understand why they're talking about hate. Okay, now teachers are not in classes. How can they teach? Students are not protesting. Are this thing not real? Are this thing not reality? And how it's supposed to be like? No. We're too old to be behaving the way we are behaving. And you have certain group of people, few group of people more, that are just walking away with thousands of dollars. By the time
When you talk about 1,000 Melbourne, that's an understatement. Now we're talking about millions. Look at all the GSC audit report that have been out there. I think 98 of them so far, right? And even from your lawmakers, they are all millions and millions. Look, Melbourne, we cover some of the audit reports on this platform. You and myself sat here with Sekou and Steve. We're talking about 188 million just from your central bank within the period of 6 years, right? We talk about 88 million dollars from the finance ministry, and you can go down the rabbit hole from one to another. They are not stealing in thousands or hundreds of thousands. Now they are taking the money now in millions. What are you talking about? Thousands, millions. Your speaker just walked away with 7 million extra. I'm not talking about his budget. The budget allocation for the office is more than $1 million per year per budget. Yes. Okay, fiscal year. But then get the extra that he walked away with. You know what you could do with $7 million US with proper investment? You know how many people's life would be affected if you were to properly invest $7 million into their lives? But that was something one man could walk away with. I'm not talking about his own budget. I'm talking about extra to the budget. $7 million.
They have a 103%. Yeah. All of them having their own 1,000 per month and so forth. So what when
you tell these people, you look at your whole budget. We did a budget for almost a week here, line by line item, and some of the allocations that they made. You look at all the fiscal budget, the outing and from the previous government. We have 5+ million people in Liberia. You have a budget anywhere between 690 to, I would say, $700 million. Because that's 732. That was just projection. I would just estimate. I don't believe they will get that amount. Maybe the lawmakers in both chambers, they are only 103. 73 in the House, 30 in the Senate. How can 30 guys, 30 individuals, take anywhere between $32 to $45 million on any given year? I'm looking at the figure from 2018 to 2023 because it's not consistent.
More than the counters of the country.
For the whole country, the one you call public sector investment program, where we're supposed to make investment in the lives of the people, whether it's education, whether it's healthcare, they were only able to carry $58 million. Can you imagine that? Out of 5+ million people, they were able, for the whole public sector investment program, 58 million. Then you having 103 guys that would take anywhere between $32 to $43 million or $45 million on average. Can you imagine that? The disparity.
And that's the kind of life that we are living, or one way you see in the midst of maybe about in some community, you see a bishop with maybe 150,000 worth of car. Sometimes more, I can be thinking to myself, like, these people are really normal. Like for example, the monk, where in some of the community that they reside or that they live in, you see the poverty in the people. You've seen all of the conditions of the people, monk, and you are running car that costs 100,000+. Monk, are you not bringing out anger, or are you not creating any tension for yourself, or is it a normal thing now?
No, it's normal because the people themselves are not going to push back on those things. It's acceptable in Liberia. So, the reason public officials would be afraid to do things that they shouldn't do because they kind of a backlash they get expect from their own people. You saw what happened in Kenya. Kenya was the latest case study. You saw what happened in Puerto Rico just from a text message from a public official or the governor. The way people reacted. The way people will react, that's why we send a message to people in power to put their house in order, to put themselves in check. But if you're in a country where people will come on social media, on different media platforms to defend criminals, what make you think you will stop doing what you are doing if you are a criminal? Because they are incentivizing you to steal more, technically. So if you are in Liberia, if you're a government, you can buy a Ferrari, nobody cares with the public funds because the people themselves, they have accepted that way of life. As a matter of fact, they give you more ammo to even do what you keep doing. That's just why it is. You can do as much as you can. Who's going to get mad? They get mad with you and myself, even the people that are stealing from them in the millions. So maybe if you are a public official or lawmaker or minister, why make you think you will stop doing what you are doing? Don't need. Keep doing it.
And that's the thing. So, Mark, I think about 7 minutes ago, we are getting news from the Executive Mansion website that President Bouaka suspends LIS, that is the Liberia Immigration Service Commissioner General, for improper handling of official duties. Executive Mansion maneuver President Joseph Imam Bouaka Senior has suspended with immediate effect the Commissioner General of the Liberia Immigration Service, AIS for short, Honorable Stephen H. J.
Steve Zago, right?
Yeah, Steve Zago, for improperly handling of official duty. You know, there the information that been circulating around that in fact the immigration training or the training that are ongoing, the immigration officials to the trainee or those people who have been accepted according to information that in fact they should buy their own uniform. So the information been around, even though some of us we here to get all of the alleged allegations and so forth. But again, I think maybe based on some of the information that will make the president to suspend the AIS boss. That's the latest news. I don't know what's your take on that.
Go ahead.
Yes, I'm asking you what's your take on the latest news coming from the executive mansion of the suspension of the commissioner, Steve Zago.
Well, I don't know. That news just came out. We haven't been following it. It's something new. It's a breaking news. The only one that I followed today was the immediate release from the Minister of State for dismissal concerning the LACC payroll paddling investigation that was conducted by the LACC, and they gave the name of the individual. That's one I follow. And the main story that caught my attention today was written from the front page of, front page Africa, concerning the extrajudicial killing about Ibrahima or Khalid Sharif. The whole thing about him leaving the Moravia Central Prison on unsuspicious activity, and his lawyer, former Associate Justice Cabinet Janet, is pointing finger at Gregory Coleman and the Solicitor General for being the one orchestrating this particular stuff, and even accusing that they believe that he's dead and they are yet to conduct the investigation. And we want for us to visit something that happened yesterday when 3 individuals from the executive went before the House Majority Group.
Yes,
and
indeed,
I don't know how people interpreted that, but there's more to that than people think it is. You know, our people here, they always let to play professional. They will always want to be the so-called legal scholar, but I don't know whether they can really pay attention to details or to do some critical thinking, because if you will really understand the law and the rules and regulations that governs our lawmakers, then you will know that that appearance yesterday is sent more message. It sent a message to the Fanaticofa black as opposed to the majority black. But anyway, we'll get into that as the show progresses. So let's go ahead.
Well, wonderful. Thank you. Even though there are a lot of stories, like you just said, yes, there are so many stories that been all into the media. But that story, myself, that story also, my attention have been drawn also to that story. With the other one about Liberia straightening their tie with Russia, I want to ask you a little bit, at least that gives some of our audience a little understanding about the entire Russia and Liberia relationship, how that's going to work out, how that's going to play out, what's going to happen next, and so forth. Because, man, you are one of the person who always doing a back-to-back research on some of the things, making sure that you bring out some of the information to the people. So, among this story broke up, I think, on Monday about Liberia and that of Russia tie, and there are some mixed reactions to that story as to why will Liberia by this time go into a relationship with Russia, and there have been so many negative talks out there about the entire relationship between Liberia and that of Russia. But what's your take before we transition to this story of Sheriff from the Moravia Central Prison?
Well, you know, Mabel, times change. That's the whole thing about human nature. We progress over time. Things that happened in the 70s and 80s, we no longer live in the 70s and 80s. We are in the 21st century. And the whole thing about Russia was an empire before America began empire. And we got our own domestic policy. The reason you want to have an alignment with a country is all about the benefit. And since the history of Liberia, since the inception of Liberia, one of our number one ally has been America. It was just recently between this whole thing about the NATO and Russia before Russia started becoming the arch enemy. Right now, when you tell people that the American government uses the Russian astronaut to take us to space because we scrap our entire space program. People won't believe it. They will be like, oh, but I thought America and Russia are enemies. Matter of fact, all of our allies in Europe, including Germany, the biggest economy, they all do business with Russia. All I am saying is America is our traditional ally. And back in the days, it was because of the Cold War. Matter of fact, even the Trump administration had a problem with that because they believed that he was leaning more to the Eastern Bloc as opposed to the Western Bloc. But the thing is, when you are doing business with the same Easterners and with Russia, the entire Europe that we call our ally today, the NATO, they all buy the Russian oil to service or to fuel their economy or their manufacturing. How you think they're going to get energy? It comes from Russia. So I'm not going to tell the president to lean towards Russia, but if he believes from his own assessment that there are some economic and political incentives for doing business with Russia, why not? I mean, you got to open your tent. You got to work with other people. All I'm saying is it's up to the executive and the leadership to think about that. Yeah, traditionally we do business with America, but what happens if Russia could give us some assistance in certain areas where we say that, oh, because of Cold War politics? I mean, the Cold War has been over with, as far as I'm concerned, more than 3 decades ago, because after the 90s, when most of the countries broke away from the Soviet Union, I believe that the Cold War was over after Ronald Reagan. So if we are in the 21st century and people are expanding a tent and getting more partners, I mean, you don't want to interfere with international politics, but if you think you can do business with Russia on certain level, even China. I mean, America had problems with China before as a communist state, but yeah, then we still do business with China. Yeah, even America up to now is still doing business with Russia. Don't buy into that nonsense that, oh, just because there is a war between Ukraine and Russia. No, there are certain levels they can say transact business. Hell yeah. So, you know, I like the geopolitics of it, but equally so, everything comes down to domestic policy. We are a poor country. We need help. We need aid. We need to make some strategic investment. And if the president deems it necessary that he can play balls with Russia without offending our traditional ally, then so be it. Because the whole mindset that only anything that the U.S. say, okay, yeah, the U.S. has our own strategic interest. And now Labrador is now a strategic partner, whether you like it or not. I get the reality. America used Labrador at a certain point in time strategically, but now, in terms of priority, Labrador is not a priority for the United States. That's just the reality. So, if other countries from the Eastern Bloc that want to do business with Labrador and the president believe that he can bring more about an incentive and help us, then so be it. I don't have problem with this whole thing. It's just that know how you are playing your game to what level, because there are certain level you will reach to, it will offend one party. So if you think America is making more investment, then you weigh the cost benefit, they get the cost benefit analysis, right, Mabel? If you think that you are getting more than enough from America, then you can get rid of Russia. But if you think that you can get help from both sides, that will be
that's the fear
in the interest of the country. That's it.
Yeah, that's the fear of the Liberian people, especially most of the Liberian people that in fact that you are just saying that they are mostly glued to America and they don't want that relationship to get sour. They don't want anything that would jeopardize their relationship with other America. Because mind you, even that you are just saying, because if America is giving you maybe all of the aid, the security aid and everything, and Russia too is also coming in, then you should know how to play your game well, like you are saying. But if the government also, well, they are not careful, then that means that maybe the entire town or maybe the entire relationship may let it go sour, because you won't want to forgo America for Russia.
Well, you don't want to forgo America for Russia. That's what I'm saying. It's up to the president to do his cost analysis. Maybe there were countries, whether it was the Burkina Faso, the Mali, the Niger, there were countries that were doing business with France, which happens to be the original colonial master. But they look at the pros, they look at the analysis, they look at the reward. And why you think that they kick out the French? I'm not saying Labrador should kick out the French. I am just saying it's up to the president. If he think he can get some leverage from Russia in helping the Liberian people, then so be it. The whole thing that this geopolitical power that they are logo here, that they can't even see out to us, sometimes that's not the case. Because let me give you a typical example. They hold on NATO, they claim to be America's ally, right? In Russia depends on the energy for economic prosperity. Russia, 60% of the economy, it relies heavily on the energy sector, their oil and gas. If most of the country in Western Europe will buy Russian oil, then can you say they are enemy?
No.
How can they be enemy to Russia when they are the ones sponsoring the Russian economy technically by buying their oil and gas? So that's what I'm saying. It's up to the president. He got his foreign policy expert. He got people that work in the foreign services. They can do their cost analysis and see. I'm not saying you should offend America. I am saying it's up to the president to make that choice. If he thinks that Liberia can get some kind of a benefit from Russia, then so be it. Look, Melbourne, don't manage nonsense. Russia is not just an ordinary country. Like I said, at a certain point in time, they were the war power before the America became war power. So there are certain things Liberia could benefit tremendously from Russia or any other country from the Eastern Bloc. All I am saying is it's up to the president to weigh the cost analysis. If you believe that America have invested so much into Liberia that you cannot do with anybody, with the exception of America, then stick with America. But that's your call. I don't think that Melbourne Brazilian monk call to make.
You're right, you're right, Mark. Thank you. So let's move on now with the three government officials. I think that appeared before the majority bloc on yesterday. Then we go to Sherry's story. I think Sherry will close the day. So let's move to the three, because I heard you talking about people were like reacting maybe their own way, maybe negative or positive, maybe the way they understand the proceeding or the constitution and so forth. But what's your own take on the three government officials yesterday from the executive that appeared before the majority of bloc? Because people are saying that that's unconstitutional, or the president of Liberia also quote unquote honor this thing, acting like in fact he don't know nothing about it. But at the end of the day, to see his own lieutenants appearing before the majority bloc, and last evening I did listen to the Liberia Water SWA corporation head Mo Ali on one of our sister platforms. Also was like beating around the bush, you know, as to who invited you, where you went for, and you don't know what's going on. How can you go before the people who are, quote unquote, who are not constitutional or leaders or so forth for the horse? So what's your own take on their appearance on yesterday?
Send the in battle speaker Saga's office. We told people here, Sktv is not going to take us out. We are just making our common sense analysis to know how government operates and how things in the upper echelon, how things operate, especially when it comes to the first branch of government. We told them if this impasse cannot come to an end, the executive is most likely to lean in the direction of the majority bloc from an operational standpoint. Nobody's against Fanatic Kofa. We all know that Fanatic Kofa is a legitimate speaker by constitutional mandate. But at the end of the day, the Liberian people never voted for Fanatic Kofa to be speaker. Fanatic Kofa became a speaker because his peers, his colleagues, were the one that rallied around him to give him the number to become speaker. And the constitution is very clear. There are certain anomalies, there are certain ambiguities in the constitution. You cannot use, that's why we keep saying it's a political matter. Let me tell you something, Melbourne, even right now as we speak, Speaker Mark Johnson, that is a Republican, there are people in the conservative bloc that want to get him out. We said it with Kevin, I think we gave your case study, right? About the former speaker from the US too, right? Kevin McCarthy. The whole idea that you got to use the constitution to remove a speaker is a lie. That's not how you operate, because there is something we call separation of power. There is something we call self-governance, that they have their own rules and regulations. So the whole idea that you need 49 to remove the speaker is the only way. No, it's not going to work, and it's not happening right now. I mean, and the thing that happened yesterday, I really want for Melbourne to be on the radio when we talk about this, so people can really get to know exactly what I'm saying here about these three government officials that went before the the majority bloc. I really want for Melbourne to get on the radio. I don't know whether he stay on or for some reason he's not available, but we will talk about this topic. And I want for the people in Liberia to hear this stuff, because there was more to it. Unfortunately, a lot of people never got it, but it's it's an indication as to where the executive is leaning. And like I said, all the constitutional scholars and all the law analysts and experts that be on Sktv that be analyzing, I just don't know whether they were really paying attention to what happened yesterday. That's why I want for Melbourne to be on the radio so we can talk about it before we can move to any topic, because it was bigger. It's a clear indication. It just gave you an idea as to what's happening. So we can discuss about this when Billboard is off the radio. Sorry, folks. I think we'll talk about other topic or other subject matter, but we really got to be on the radio to talk about this. We understand the geopolitical issue between Russia and the US. When it comes to Liberia, Russia cannot compare when it comes to giving Liberia help or assistance. I'm just saying we now live in the 21st century. We live in a different world, and every major political power, they are all trying to extend their influence and their leverage, including China. Why do you think China is building military bases all in Africa? Why China is giving loan? They never did it before for the past 60 or 70 years. Why do you think that is the case? Because that's just how international politics work. So you will see that because America is a democracy and China is a communist country, so you won't do business with China, and China does business with Russia. So if you are the US and you can do business with China and China can do business with Russia, then indirectly you are doing business with Russia, even though there are some problem when it comes to war issue, when it comes to Russia and Ukraine. Russia and Ukraine, that's a domestic problem. They were one before. They are not different. So there could be instances where you could have them a loggerhead, but how is Liberia involved, or how can Liberia be of any suspect when there's a problem between Russia and Ukraine? Other countries are moving towards Russia. Say what you want, but that's the reality. Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, they were selling that uranium to France. They be like, you know what? You've been scamming over the past 50 and 60 years. We want more bang for our resources. We are going towards Russia. Look, everybody can make their choice. It's you. Any way you want to interpret it, it's up to you. Country where they do the analysis, the way the cost, the way the benefit, and they decide to do business with who they want to do. You could do business with Russia without offending America. I know America won't like it because they are traditional ally, but the question is, Liberia has always been open to other countries, so I don't know. So the whole thing, if you think that Ukrainian policies can affect Liberia, no. Liberia is not Ukraine. Ukraine can never be Liberia. Liberia is not even a strategic country to America anymore, like I keep saying anyways. So doing business, whether you're doing business with Moldova or Ukraine or Russia, which one Liberia? We're gonna fetch Liberia get a Friday. Oh, I have to say she's a major power player around the globe. You're a poor tier world country. You need all the help that you can get. So it's up to the president to make that decision and to make that call. So I don't know how Russia and Ukraine debacle can be having any impact on Liberia. Why Russia wanted to build a power plant in your country? Let's get a nuclear power plant, also geothermal to give your country maybe expand her electricity outreach or output. Will you say no because America and Russia got some problem in Ukraine? I don't know. You people never cease to amaze at times. I don't get it. We're talking about domestic politics here, and you're talking about international politics. But like I said, Joseph Parker call to make. Yeah, he can make that call. I'm not the president of America. I'm of Liberia. I'm just a regular pundit on radio, so he can make that call. If Russia want to make an investment in Liberia, and he can say no, we have our traditional ally here, so we don't want to do business with you. That's his call, not me. That's why he got a foreign minister. He got foreign expert. They got people that get paid handsomely in that country to do their job. I am just saying, if I could do business with Russia or any other European country or any country for that matter in the world, whether it could be Taiwan or the same thing happened between Taiwan and Japan with the previous administration. How can Liberia, why is Liberia issue when there's a problem between Taiwan and China? How does that affect Liberia? How? Knowing fully well there are bigger countries with bigger economy that could help Liberia in so many ways. How is that a problem? So if Russia and Ukraine is having a problem, how does that concern Liberia or country like Liberia? But anyway, that's a topic for another day. I don't want to go into that. I hope Neil Bone can get back online so we can talk about this issue between people from the executive going before the majority black. I think that's the most important thing right now. Neil Bone, you got to get back online, man. Yeah, maybe I was going on for some reason. Ruth, Robert Pemba, I love you, but they are Trump. Man, you can, it's up to you though. Trump is coming back with a mandate. So I don't know how you understand that. You're calling tyrant, you call him how they call it, a fascist, call him a race to democracy. He won, electoral landslide. Now, it wasn't even a contest. Even the liberal California, I'm not going to talk about American politics, but some of you get to force people. Even liberal California, you were able to flip 10 counties from blue to red in the state of California. Won the popular vote, won the electoral college by a landslide, won almost every single demographic, including young people that don't vote conservative. So what you got to argue about, man? Yeah, I really don't know. Let's talk about brain politics and forget about Trump and your election here. I really don't know. We got a lot of things to talk about today. A lot of important topics. They got the issue with Ibrahima or Sharif is something like the extrajudicial killing, and is that we are back to square one because we saw it under the previous administration on Joshua to happen on Joseph Boaga, that you have a former associate justice pointing finger at the president and his colleagues and people within his administration. I mean, it's not a good thing per se, and it doesn't bode well for Liberia from an international standpoint, because if someone is seeking refuge, you can't just turn them over for no reason. But at the end of the day, that's about it. We'll see how far it goes, and we'll talk about that. It also, I don't know what happened to Mabel. Mabel's the one running the show. I'm just co-piloting, like I always say. So I'm hoping for him to get back on the radio so we can really talk about this issue. We need to. Look at Felicia. Elon Musk was a factor, but Mark Zuckerberg never a factor when he censors conservative president in 2020 and put extra money in bypass campaign finance law and threw a lot of money. I guess you never saw that one. You only saw the one from Elon Musk. Man, let's forget about American politics. We can go all day on that, so we can forget about American politics. We're discussing Liberia for now. Yeah. We won't go that route. Well, if Mabel can get on them, we just have to do what we have to do here. I don't know what's happening. Let me give Mabel a call, please, guys. Just 1 second. 1 second here. You hang on. I want to know whether I could switch to something else. But let me call Mabel. Yeah. Okay, send you guys saying that we should open the line. I don't know. It's not traditional for us to open the line before doing our analysis, but you can call. If people that want us to open the line, you can call. Let me post the number or pin the number again. I got a number there. I think I'm in a position to handle calls today. So if you want to call before Melbourne gets back on the line, you can call 612-475-4023. 612-475-4023. So for some of you guys that want to call in and chime in with this whole issue about in the diplomatic corridor between the president, Russia, and Liberia, or whatsoever you want to call, you can call. The line is open, so you can place your call. Yeah, some of you guys, we don't like to glorify your comment. Yeah, so because I think some of you're just so offensive, and when people mind you, they will just end up saying something that that is not part of them. You will just bring a character in people that are just not part of them. So I'm not even going there, But the lines are open though. If you want to call from the US or anywhere, I've just pinned the number, and you can call until Melbourne gets back, because the whole issue about Mo Ali and the Francis Newman and this guy they call, who's the other guy? Salif Tallah from the Transport Ministry. Yeah, the reason they appear before the majority bloc, we really want to go into that because it says a lot about the ongoing saga or the impasse happening in the House of Representatives. So it's bigger than what you think it is, than what you saw yesterday. It just sent a message to the minority bloc and the speaker that the executive is most likely to be leaning in the direction of the majority bloc. That's that hearing was all about yesterday. But unfortunately, like I said, the so-called constitutional expert, the people who say, oh, you cannot violate the law, apparently they never got a message yesterday. Hello, caller. Your name and where are you calling from, please? Hello.
Hello, Mom. This is Ruth Roberts calling.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you live on Sktv. You can go ahead.
All right. Thank you for the analysis today. There are so many things that, we can't just wrap our head around what is going on, especially now with the most experienced political leader heading the country, and everything is in disarray. My attention is drawn to the protest today at the vocational, one of the
the MVTC
vocational schools. Yeah, MVTC. MVTC is one, maybe first or second to the VTC that was in Yekepa. For them to allocate a budget of $4,000, I don't know if it is a quarterly budget or the whole year, even for a month for MVTC, is nothing.
Yep.
So are they making mockery of the people or what?
No.
I don't understand. It's so embarrassing. Every morning you wake up, you see a group of people protesting. People are in disarray. They are not satisfied. Health workers are on the verge of putting their scopes down when they already don't have resources to work with. What are we leading to? Where are we going as a country?
Yep.
It's very, very pathetic. It's a something that, they say where your how you call it, your heart is, like our country, no matter where we go, we always think about home. It's really embarrassing. And you will not say a word with everything that is going on. You will not hear Joseph Walker saying anything.
No.
And they expect all of us to just agree to everything that they're doing, like we are Solomon swans.
You got to bring the people that protesting too, because that's the outcome of election. That's why you go to an election. That's why you make choices. That's why you are given an option. There is nothing new. It been happening in the country. Matter of fact, they were predicted. And the people who you see protesting too, they are some of the most deceptive people. I'm not going to play politics with education, but at the end of the day, my sister, you and myself are not in power. We are not the one to call the shots. So they got what they voted for, and they are experiencing it. Because you're talking about the number 1 vocational institution in the country. You can't even get your teachers and your instructor to come to class. And they want you to believe that there is some $25 million scheme that's going to benefit the Liberians. But, that's it. So they can protest all they want at the end of the day. That's why they got, and we
the Liberian people knew exactly what they were signing up for. They were told. And every one of us has experienced in this government, when the government was in power before, that was when whistleblowers and all that in our country. And nothing came from out of it. Everybody knew what it was going into. And they signed up for this.
Okay.
It's just that we just cannot continue to sit and just look at everything going like that. That's why sometimes we talk.
Yeah, that's what we can talk.
They know exactly what they signed up for.
Yep. All right. Thank you, sis.
Thank you for the show.
For the call. Yeah, the lines are open. So if you want to call Sktv for now until Melbourne gets back on the radio, you can call 612-475-4023, 612-475-4023. That's my personal number. So you can call and make your input until we get Melbourne back on the radio. Because I never saw this coming. I wasn't prepared for this. We had certain topics we had to cover today. And for some reason, Melbourne is off. If he cannot get back in the next 10 minutes, then we will go to regular proceeding. Hello, caller. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Ben, man. I'm sorry for the bad quality of my voice.
Yeah, you are live on
the weather.
TV. The uncovered situation. What you want to say? Go ahead. Take your shot.
Right. Sometimes some of the reason why some of us have, we take certain positions, it is because, like I always say, even if you have two criminals in prison who were fighting, there is a reason why the prison administration still have to investigate them, because even criminals themselves have due process. Again, and another thing that I will point to here is that this is like the New York Times. When you open them to read, they can tell you what you are reading is an opinion, and they can also tell you what you are reading here is news. And what am I saying this? We know the right thing to do with regards to this whole speaker issue, the speaker is the speaker. But we know in Africa and we know in Liberia that the government can do anything the government wish to do. We know that for a fact. So if I was presenting stuff, I would tell the people what the right thing is that is to be done. At the same time, I can tell them my opinion as to what I'm expecting to happen. So when you give those two opinions, I mean, when you give one opinion and you give a fact, people can know where you stand. But instead, sometimes that blur line is always there, and people don't know where some people stand. Sometimes it's not that we are indulging some of the crimes of these other people. But again, it boils down to us standing for what we choose is right. Yep. At the end of the day, we know all of them are all corrupt. We know that. Yep. But we have to start from one place. There must be a starting and there must be an end. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
Yes, caller. The name and where you calling from? You're live.
Yeah, yeah, this is Mustafa calling from Pennsylvania, man.
What's up, bro?
I just want to talk about my brother in the immigration service. Oh. Because I heard Maybach making a reference on those recruiters.
Oh, you
the first batch of people. Yes, exactly.
Well, for that information, it's pretty new. It just came out, so I'm not informed about that. Maybach just gave me an update.
Yeah, but I have a little idea about it because Maybach said something concerning when you go through the academic, because the first training went for 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then right after that training, they told people to buy a uniform. I even have a member. A part of it, I even helped them to buy the uniform.
Wow.
So where in the world will you go to the military and then you ask somebody, or you go to a service to serve your nation, you ask somebody to buy a uniform? It doesn't make no sense. This guy is a lot of criminal, and we all need to open eyes on. He was senator, we saw what happened in Lopa when they beat him. And the next one is that they will tell you, say, oh yeah, you have to transport yourself for 3 months without getting paid. Where in the world we live in the U.S., my brother, where will you go and apply for a job, and then 3 months you cannot even get paid? How do you expect people to sustain themselves? Is this the rescue team we put together? Is this the Joseph Boaka? And they lie and say he had for the 2 years in government? And behold, we brought a mess on ourselves, my brother. So we call the government of the Republic of Liberia.
Oh, hold on 1 second. So you believe the instance that you just elaborated on, you believe that's the reason why he will let go? Is that what you're saying? Because I'm not too informed about this topic.
It's one of the reasons because of corruption.
Okay.
You know, the guys plan to protest just in recent time, the first group, after 3 months plus, what we're all getting paid.
Wow.
And then he said the people should wait on. I guess somebody in there, he's telling the people to wait on to see this month they will receive pay. It's not protest. It's the type of government we saw Zago in the heart.
Well, that's what I keep saying. It's both ways. It's the public official and the people themselves. If he's not new, we all know his record. But yet, instead, they brought him on board to be the head for a security apparatus.
Because he supported the United Party government.
Okay.
And he loses it. You can remember in Lofa when Joseph Baga tried to pick him from the other side of the party. Because they all had to break the CPP.
Okay.
Go back to the history. You have to retrospect it, and you will see.
That's why
he was trying for a job when Yaka, the whistleblower, Yaka said it before. And Allah, if I don't want to give him job, they're making immigration boss.
Wow.
And he came back to suppress our people. These are the oppressors. You see, those guys are a little bit afraid to get on the street because if they lose the job, why would they get another job?
Another job. That's the problem too. So it's tough. But anyway, thanks for calling. Melbourne is back, so we'll go back to the studio in Liberia. I was just trying to cover up until Melbourne get back on the radio.
Yeah, and let me say thank you.
We'll take it from there. But thanks for the call again.
Yeah, thank you so much, Monk. And indeed, that's why it's good to, for this kind of more show, for you to be more than 2, 3. It can be so important because when the other team member is out, at least the other one should be able to hold them. So indeed, we are. In fact, you've been live also on the radio. Let me just inform you. But I was trying to put on all of the computers, make sure that everything is set from my end before joining you. So, but you are live also on the. And let me say thanks to the callers. They make a salient points, all of them. And to the last caller, Mark, quickly, I know you want to have a transition, but to that saying, Mark, I don't know. Sometimes it is just so frustrating that even when that information break up about, if I come out from the army quite recently, we are also getting reports that in fact there have been so many investigations into that as to how the information leak, who put the information out. In fact, even as we speak, they are also threatening to promote. I don't know how come this country is not going the way it's going. And to that LIS boss issues, it's true. The people are saying, in fact, some of the guys, they've been working for the past almost 2 to 3 months. Nothing more. You pay your way to go to work. In fact, there's information about even buying uniform. There's a specific area, according to the information, and so say that you have to go there. Either you carry your 75 or your 60 or your 40 or whatsoever price.
Yeah, imagine that.
And buy your own uniform for your own month. Buy your own uniform to work for Liberia.
Yeah. Yeah. Security apparatus too. The immigration, the Bureau of Immigration and Naturalization Services in Liberia. You can't get paid and they are telling you to buy your own uniform. And you think we live in a serious country, right?
And even apart from even the immigration officer, even the police, that's it more. They just speak volume that this thing everywhere, but sometimes some of the people they don't speak out because when you talk, they root you out. To talk for things that are bad, then they see you as enemy of the state. Maybe you are the one that honor money of government. You are the one that informing the public about this. You are the one, And now what they do usually, what I'm even getting information for is that they also if certain information leaked there, for example, from Sktv team, and they say, okay, you bring all the people that work there, you bring their phones so that we can go through the LTA or the LTA so that we can know exactly who sent out this information. More at this, I'm not thinking that we are not living in a safe society. I think we're going to stop. If this is the way things are going, we want to stop because people have to inform people, and there should be a whistleblower. There should always be a person that will give people information, especially when things are not going the right way.
Well, that's why you get in a democracy. That's the thing about democracy, my brother. We told people you won't get nothing better. The previous government told you to be your own security, and now you are seeing what's happening. That's the Bureau of Immigration and Naturalization. People are not getting paid. They're telling you to buy your own uniform. How can someone who expressed to give their service to a country, they can't get paid on time? You look at the economic situation in the country, and you want them to buy your own uniform. Matter of fact, look at the man who is ahead. This man was just defeated, resigned in his own country on corrupt application. Now he's the one that heading you. So it's nothing new. You told the people that sanction or no sanction. You look at the legs of Bill Twary. You look at the leg of McGill. You brought him back as senator. You are unserious people. You are the country is an unserious country. It's not a country. I don't regard that, bro, to be a country. It's a waste of time. It's not going anywhere. We will just keep talking and talking. The people who are being affected the most are the one. They are also accomplices. Like I said, when you give people the incentive to do wrong things, they will keep doing it. And the people themselves, that's what I'm telling you, they vote out themselves, they are deceptive, and they are not interested in the better Liberia. So that's it.
But in the other situation, for example, because the voter, they come if a current maybe they suspended LIS boss out from Lofa County because why he was not performing. How come now this government
brought him back
to say, okay, even when they let off the internal affairs minister?
Yes, minister, it's all over.
Monk, I don't even know what we're heading.
You know, it's a different thing. It's a whole other thing when when the people vote for a particular individual. But then when you claim to be the commander-in-chief, when you come with clean hands, when you come with the more experience, there are certain standards that people expect you to set up. If you are going to bring the same people back just because they are from your county, it's the same old thing. The voters vote on tribal sentiment. So when the politicians get in power, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to duplicate the same tribal sentiment. So I can't blame the president himself or the commander-in-chief. At the end of the day, it's a give and take from both sides of the aisle. But I really want to talk on the whole issue about those three individuals being summoned, and they were before the majority black. And I keep telling people, yeah, my parents sent me to law school.
Including your own internal affairs minister. The president was supposed to settle issues, disputes between people.
Some of the reason we travel, we learn from other countries, so that in politics, I tell people, you don't think with your heart, you think with your brain. Your heart is not an organ that was meant to do critical thinking and analysis. We told people on this platform, at the end of the day, the executive branch will lean to the majority black because they can conduct quorum. It's all about power. We keep telling you there's a constitutional aspect and there's a political aspect. We don't like repeat ourselves on the show. We told you from day one. The law said you need 49 to remove a speaker, but they tell you don't need 49. The speaker could resign. You could incapacitate the speaker because there are certain functions within the house that give him that title of a speaker. For Nantikova, it's just a regular lawmaker if you script certain power away from him. And that's exactly what these guys are doing. Melbourne, you and myself know in a democracy, when you work under the executive, you work at the will and pleasure of who? The president, right? And just before that, there were allegations about the Liberian Water and Sewer and the Transport Ministry funneling funds to remove the speaker. And that's why you were told that they were the one providing the finances to bribe lawmakers to remove the speaker. So from your common sense, if an investigation was to be conducted in the house, because what they did yesterday was the first legal proceeding since the issue happened in the House of Representatives, right? And the three individuals that went there came directly from the executive branch. So if they were accused of being the one to finance the illegal removal of the speaker, who do you think was supposed to conduct that hearing? For Nantikova group or the majority black?
Well,
logically, I'm just saying from your own assessment, the people that went before the majority black were accused of being the mastermind behind the removal of the speaker. And our lawmakers have oversight responsibility by virtue of the Constitution. They were the ones they said they were using their institution to funnel money to remove the speaker. So if there was anything about an investigation in terms of judicial, or legislative oversight, which group you think they were supposed to go before?
Well, I think it's supposed to go before the plenary of the House through either the speaker or the deputy speaker or whosoever person that will be presiding. But now, since they are already split into two, for me, I see this as a complete confusion. So, as a person, even if it were me, Monk, I won't turn up. Let me be frank. I would just tell the other side that maybe due to this other reason, I won't be able to come for now. I think that's
no. You didn't get a point. Yeah. The point that I'm making here, the reason I established that premise is very simple. What you are giving is the legal aspect, where the law says. I am just saying from a common sense standpoint, the people who went before the majority black came from the executive. These are appointees from the president directly. They work at the will and pleasure of the president. And they were accused of using that institution to funnel money to lawmakers to remove the speaker. So if the lawmaker, now you got two separate houses, you got a majority black and the speaker block. So if these individuals from the executive that were charged of removing the speaker and the lawmakers wanted to conduct oversight, logically, they should have appeared before the Fanatikofa group, right?
Indeed.
Because if they were the one charged with funneling money to remove the speaker, then it means they are allied with the majority black. But the reason they appeared before the majority black, and are you aware that Fanatikofa even issued them a warning not to appear before the majority black, and they defied order and went to the majority black?
Indeed.
Are you aware of that? Okay. All I am saying here, okay. Yeah. Okay. All I am saying here, the house is divided into two groups. People believe that constitutionally, Fonanti Kofa is the legal speaker. He's supposed to be the one to conduct oversight responsibility. But we keep telling you, for the fact that Fonanti Kofa cannot conduct a quorum, he cannot conduct government business. That's why they went to the majority black. The majority black don't have the number to remove the speaker, but they can conduct business. They can carry on an investigation in the name of conducting government business. Okay, you think those three individuals that appear before the majority black, you think they never consulted the president because they work at the pleasure and will of the president? Did. Okay.
That's the reason why people are also saying that it's like maybe the president is also in the know of what's going on, Mo, because mind you, Mo, I can be working for your company, there, for example, and maybe your company was someone and my name was mentioned, and I had to consult you to inform me that, oh, Mo, this the government say maybe, or maybe the police are saying that I should go for investigation. What do you say? Anyway, you know, to say, okay, go, but if you go, do this and do that. Mind you, yeah.
It's just common sense. Mo Ali, Salif Talor, Francis Newman work at the will and pleasure of the president. The president is fully aware that they were summoned to appear before the majority black. That's what I'm saying. From the logical aspect, they couldn't have appeared before the majority black. They should have appeared before the Fonanti Kofa block. But they defy an order from Fonanti Kofa, who people believe that he's still the legitimate speaker of the house. If they are going to appear before the majority black, then it tells you that the president is in favor of the majority black. That's just common sense. Because the work at the will.
We're saying the same thing. I'm saying too.
Then secondly, that's why I told Yeke on the show, I said, brother, we respect you. We love your advocate, but sometimes you cannot be too emotional. At the end of the day, the president will do business with the majority black because of the very same laws and the rules that govern the house. Because they can do business. What they did yesterday was the first major business ever done since the whole saga started. So it means they are legitimate. That's why the official communication that came from the majority, but they told you, we are the plenary. For the fact that we got more than enough number to conduct government business, we are the legitimate bloc. Fonanti Kofa, we keep saying that, even in America, my brother, at the end of the day, I can tell you how this thing is going to end. And we keep saying it on Sktv over and over. You can make your legal argument. For me, I didn't go to law school. And I'm not pretending to be a legal expert either. But I know when it comes to common sense, when it comes to how things work, whether it's in America or the so-called democracy, I know at the end of the day, I told you from the beginning, you either trigger a constitutional crisis that the Lavrenpo can directly intervene, or two, the executive will not hold the country hostage. He will do business with the majority black.
So let me ask you this question as we go along with this entire talk. I'm going to mind it. And this question to you. So if the budget is submitted to the majority block or the core majority block, and maybe for government business that you are saying, so they need to tell majority to pass the budget. So how's that going to happen with the absence of 30 lawmakers from the House?
Well, that's the same constitutional aspect you are quoting. They got to build this aspect of the government, they got a constitutional aspect. That's why I say until we get there. What the executive trying to show you, or what they're trying to indicate, is we are leaning to the majority black. Remember, your Supreme Court needs to get their money too. They got to take pay. There are a lot of people that depend on that budget. Okay, you can make the argument about removing the speaker by legal means, but you think Joseph Boga will sit there to store his entire agenda for the year with the budget just because he want to prioritize Fonanti Kofa maintaining his job? No, life got to go on. Exactly. That's why I keep telling you, those three individuals that appear before the majority black, that's just an indication from the executive that he will do business with them. That's why they keep making the argument that when they send the budget from the executive, when they send the budget from the executive to the lawmaker, the speaker and the chief clerk are the two individuals that can receive it, but they usually send it to the plenary. So the speaker is not the plenary. Don't get it twisted. He's just one of those that can receive the budget on behalf of the House, but the budget is not sent to the speaker.
And after the passage of the budget, who's on it?
Well, that's why the people who are in the majority now are calling themselves the plenary, because they believe they have more than enough number to conduct government business. And if the executive and the judiciary branch do business, then tell me who the legals are. It's just common sense, my brother. You don't have to figure that out. But anyway, we'll stop there for now.
Yes. Yeah. So before we transition from that, I wanted to ask you also this question coming from the Internal Affairs Minister. Seeing the Internal Affairs Minister or Monk, what does that bring to your mind? Someone who's supposed to settle issues, internal issues, who's supposed to call let me just use the word his children, because mind you, all of the lawmakers, they all come from various districts and counties. And when there are issues like this, or even when there is internal wrangling or so forth, I think you have some major tax or major role to play. But seeing him also violating, let me just use the word, maybe if someone would say, going also to the illegal black yeah. So what are you sensing, Monk?
Well, but maybe the Internal Affairs Minister is also a controversial figure. We spent days on Sktv here talking about all his dealing and some of the statements he made that were very offensive, and that was not even in, when you talk about national security, it was not even, we have videos that we play on this particular platform. But yet then still, he was nominated and accepted to be your Internal Affairs Minister. So maybe then who are you going to blame? He already a controversial figure, so he will do everything. He's working in conjunction with the executive. He's honoring the will and pleasure of the chief executive. So that's why I keep telling you, at the end of the day, you can talk about all the legalities and all the technical issues about the constitution. At the end of the day, there is an operational aspect of government. And when it comes to the horse of the lawmaker, that particular majority black will be the one to call the shot. And at the end, you can make your noise, you can do your analysis, all you want. The executive is already showing you as to which way they are leaning. And we got something we call separation of power. So the Boga can tell you, say, you know what? Our people, they follow the matter, a business must go on. What did he told Edison said, one monkey cannot spoil the show, right? Okay, I think you remember that statement. One monkey cannot spoil the show, and they will make sure the show continue. You just watch. At the end of the day, he just giving you a glimpse. That's why people from the executive went before the majority.
Well, Monk, are you there? Well, so again, if you're just joining us, this is the Sktv show, and today is Wednesday. Are you sure? Monk, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Good. Yes. So thank you. Let's transition now quickly before we go to the line. With this dead or alive, Councillor Kabina Janet accuses Liberian security of killing Ibrahim Kali Sharif. Government yet to respond. I'm seeing the photos of even the suspended AIS boss. What are you saying?
you know, for me, I think our own chairman will have to come back on the show, because he's the head for the how they call it, national security in the country. So, and thank God he's the owner of this platform. I mean, not the platform, but the station. So the Liberian people want to hear from him, because this still carry out national security implication as well. They think about extrajudicial killing and former associate justice. I mean, you can question his analogy when it comes to the law. He's an associate justice. He knows what he's talking about. Matter of fact, he was the legal representative of this particular client, and he accusing the government. We got a short article here. I don't know if you think we got time to read it so our people can know exactly.
About 7:30, 10 more minutes for now.
Yeah, we can read it in less than a few minutes, and I hope Chairman Billete we call all the time to come here and really address this issue, because it's a national security issue, especially with Guinea, where you have a military junta that just took over, and looking at how fragile Liberia is, you don't want to take chances. So the chairman himself will come. We need to come here to give us an update. That's why they say the headline from Front Page Africa, you say Councillor Kabina Janet accused Liberian security of killing Ibrahim Kali Sharif. The government yet to respond. Yeah, let me just go. Maybe you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you loud and clear.
Yeah, okay. It's a former associate judge, Kabina Janet, had accused the Baka administration of orchestrating the extrajudicial killing of his client, Ibrahim Khalid Sharif, a Liberian Guinean born who fled Guinea for refuge in Liberia. Sharif, whom Guinea's military junta accused of plotting to overthrow its regime, allegedly vanished under mysterious circumstances after his arrest by Liberian authorities. According to Kabina Janet, Sharif sought safety in Liberia, but was apprehended by Liberian security forces and charged with mercenary activities, including the recruitment of ex-combatants to oppose Guinea's junta. Despite this accusation, Sheriff was released on bond. However, he soon disappeared from the Monrovia Central Prison on unclear circumstances with no accountability from the authorities. In the televised appearance on Spoon Network, Cabinet Janet directly implicated high-ranking Liberian officials, including the Police Inspector General, Gregory Kuma, and Solicitor General Augustine Fayad, alleging their involvement in Sheriff's disappearance. Janet claimed that these officials orchestrated Sheriff removal from the prison against court order, sparking fear that he might have been secretly handed over to Guinean authority or worse, killed. That's coming from Cabinet Janet. Said Mr. Janet, we have been informed that Sheriff has been killed, but no one knows where his body is or whether he's alive. We file a paper before the court to get the man out. And when the sheriff went there, his return showed that they could not find the man at the Monrovia Central Prison. Between you and me, we will make sure that there will be accountability for security people to enter into the prison and remove a prisoner from there outside the jurisdiction of the court or demonstrate recklessness, especially under a government that came to power under the rule of law. Janet contended that Sheriff, who reportedly fled Guinea after being labeled a mercenary, had over $20,000 in personal funds and belongings confiscated by Liberian security forces. Of that amount, only 2,100 were returned. Maybe one thing about that. That's a disgrace. The situation escalated when Sheriff vanished from the Monrovia Central Prison after his release was ordered by the court. Janet argued that Sheriff removal disregard international protocols on prisoners' extradition, as only a court will lawfully release him. The former justice also questioned Braga government motive, hinting that a potentially murky relationship with the Guinean junta, which maintained close ties with Russia. Janet pointed out that Liberian security officials have made frequent trips to Guinea, raising concern over a possible political alliance with Liberian government and Guinean military junta. So let me just stop there for now. We don't have to read the whole thing, but I think you get the entire idea of the article itself. So what they are saying here is illegal, and people are pointing fingers at the government, more specifically the police director and solicitor general. So, yeah, about the thing before, like Kononyan just said, and they are coming to reality. It just look. Let me stop here for now. I don't know what to say at this point. It's so sad.
Just because sometimes some of these things, it's not just so easy. But again, what with all of the photos and the latest news also coming from the executive mansion that the president suspended the AIS boss. For one reason, we're seeing the NSA boss, we're seeing the police director, and this person look like is that the chief of staff or what? I'm still trying to picture this person, Monk, on this front page Africa on newspaper. But again, Monk split up. So again, if you just joining us, this is the SKTV show, Wednesday edition, and I'm Johnson Mayor Kula Seku Kane, and that of Steve Bullet. They are back. Yeah, so Mark, I don't know, but if you have any more thing to say, then you can say that before go to the line and put it to the Liberian people, because whenever we talk this kind of more thing, they have when they say, we always coming down too high on their government. So let them themselves understand what's going on. So Mark, you said 20,000, right?
Yeah, 20,000, including other personal items that were confiscated or seized, and they only returned 2,100 because that's what Justice Janet is saying. Matter of fact, he's the legal representation of that particular client, like I said. So he won't lie. And it's a disgrace. Matter of fact, he's naming individual. He talked about the police director and the solicitor general that being the one orchestrating his death. But maybe he's saying that they could potentially turn him over back to the Guinean government, and that is again international protocol when it comes to dealing with people who seek refuge or political prisoners. You don't do that. But anyway, let's hear from our people.
077, we will be back to more in okay, do 077, the lamp over is blinking to this first caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us?
I do join you from District 1. You are my Guinea County.
All right, go ahead.
You see, the very night I think happened, Saturday night, about 2 Saturdays ago now, Gregory Kuma the barrack. He was escorted by 2 military trucks filled with manpower, including Augustine Fayad, the convoy. Gregory Kuma was leading, and they had 3 armored personnel carriers within our convoy. That very Saturday, the free Sheriff, and they were taking away. the last money I got one, a friend in the barren, got around my cool that money on the past. So I had the guys about, so I got money, and the police director, was there, running with RC and TV. One member going to RC, and then, so they're going around the, Grand Guinean Puro. Some people who is carrying on some training there, so they're going to go to the era. And I want to get to me. So the foreign money, the foreign money now, that the Madigo, our Madigo brother and sister, I'm a daddy, and they flag the whole room, it was positive winking because of that brother. So for that of cousin and Janet to call, he doesn't hit the sick. I get Saturday morning, early in the morning, I saw them, one for 4 o'clock to 5.
So I mean the word Nima way, is that the Nima way or okay? All right, thank you so much. It's not lie according to him. Today's caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
So some of our friend, I didn't call them no radio station. Something.
See it?
The police director for me, I'm living there, doing the war, commander, then I give it. Enough fun for us.
All right, thank you so much. Enough fun for us. 077-285 961 more. Oh, yeah, the country as well. I'm just so interested. 077-285 961. That's the number for you to call. Call and be part of the things that we are all discussing tonight. When it comes to the growth and development of Liberia, there's so many things happening back home. Some of you, if you want to call also on our WhatsApp number, you can also do today's caller. Hello.
Hello, how you doing, bro?
My brother, okay, thank God for life. Your name and from where you join us?
Okay, I'm Felix calling from Green Boston County.
Okay, wonderful. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm listening to the discussion ongoing. But I heard the ministers of internal affairs name.
Yes.
And the traditional people they call the council of chief Elo that left from power today. All the workers in one presence on our office, the ministers took a pay 7 months. The minister of been holding a pay, taking pay the people because in the president, brother. We have reached a speaker, we have reached the speaker, we have reached the protein, and up to now we're not getting paid. We want to find out the minister to report to us that the minister to 4 months of our salary. And up to now we can get the money with
well
presidency reason to pay us.
Okay, well, are you people still active under the umbrella of the traditional council, or your names have been removed?
No, our name are removed. They don't have election for 5 president in the council. And all of us, we are civil servant, we've been working. We still go to work. President will not be taking pay for 7 months, but we still go to work.
All right, thank you so much, and I hope,
We beg the presidency reasons and pick up because the traditional people now want to demonstrate. We're begging them.
All right, thank you so much. Call me maybe after the show so that we can all play. So maybe you can come for interviews. Let me go to the WhatsApp number. Oh, the WhatsApp number. Now I want to go. All right, the WhatsApp number is like so keep a call coming 077-285-961. But maybe what kind of problem with this? 077-285-961. That's the number for you to call in tonight on the SKTV show. Today's caller. I'm okay, my brother. Go ahead. Your name and from where you join us. Wonderful. Go ahead, my brother.
That main line is very bad. I mean the feedback.
Yeah, I come in. Let me see. Yes. All right, so yeah, please move away from the radio if you're calling 077-285-961. That's the number for you to call or somebody. Yeah, so let me see this caller. Good evening. I'm coming. Yeah, go ahead. I'm okay. Thank God your name and from where you join us.
I'm so faster and I'm calling you for somewhere special.
All right, go ahead.
That guy is called Greg. My slinking people out of the prison compound is not straight. Well, let me tell you one thing. The prison compound, you need to be properly damaged. Because with the Sogo Association in our bureau, we are getting prepared. That one, you will not still prison all again.
Oh.
We coming.
No, why you go to prison compound? Today's caller, good evening. Mama, your buyer is noisy. Today's caller, good evening. Hello? All right, this one. Hello?
Hello, how are you, bro?
I'm okay. Thank God. Go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
This is Victor Numa.
Okay, Victor, go ahead.
Those that lost it all around here. I hope one day the president will not lose, including that police director. When people start losing here for the lower thing, the higher things will prepare to lose. God bless you. Have a good day.
Oh, no, sir, no, my losing, man. Keep a call coming 077-285-961. That's the number for you to call to be part of the SKTV show this evening. Today's caller, good evening. Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
Okay, so this is Peter Nemo Jr. I call from Sokunic Section Office.
Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, so this topic is interesting that I just want to begin at this morning. We heard that there was protests somewhere around the Somalia tribe where the transport doing inspection. Police want to do inspection.
Yeah, there was also comfort. Yeah, go ahead.
And then at the house again, the house rule that say today for the night because of self-interest and just they want to take someone from power, so the law no longer here. So I don't really know how the country is proceeding because everything is turning the wrong way and people looking at it
Let's pray.
into their favor and not setting any better precedent. So they just enjoying doing the same old thing over and again in the need of when we get in power with the system to better. But when they get in power, the system becomes the worst.
All right, my brother. Let's keep praying. One day things will get better. Let's pray. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us to everything.
Thank you for the show. I want people and more picking my song. I will for you discussing important thing. I credited 7,000 or so. I gave my grandson to go to school. He forced me to more I beg you. I will for my son help me. I credit one man 7,000 to send my grandson to school. I beg you, my son more help me.
All right, more listening. Forget about it. Thank you for listening. All right, thank you. Mom, I know what you do. 077-285. Yeah, she said, good. Let's pray.
Yeah, I said we can't put all the trouble.
Let's pray. I'm going to be praying. I'll finish working with them. Let me pray. Hello, go ahead. Yeah, man. Good evening. Go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
Let me say good evening to His Excellency President Baka and your panelists. Some of the people from Brother is Sunday. So we should have no ground for justifying somebody's death. But the issue about what you're discussing, I think is concerning. We all should understand the opinion of Kamina Jane is not fast, right? I heard more saying that he can lie. Anybody can lie. I'm not saying he lie. I'm not saying we're not going to done it. But the issue is we gotta be careful how we discussing it. Okay. And to the government, when it comes to come on, I mean, it says that you can how to respond how it happened. If you leave it up or if you close the day, it raises concern in the public. So we will not encourage any official government to kill anybody or to do anything against the citizen, whether in Liberia or abroad. Because you know why? You can only matter of change, and I think should be positive one. But when somebody's opinion cannot be a fight, we gotta be careful how we discuss national issue. And the issue about the cost of representation, no. I will encourage the government or the executive to do business. No matter we cannot have the country pour from one person business. They may for the law.
But they say majority, hello, they say majority, even if you send the budget to them, they will not be able to have the two-tier for the budget to pass.
No, I don't think so. This guy they have more than 37 they can conduct business. So the only need for the now to remain for cover renewal cannot stop the budget. Okay. So you are not elected as speaker, you are elected as lawmaker. So okay. The guy who are the number they can conduct, let us do our business. Thank you. Thank you so much. Today, Kara, good evening. Yeah. Oh, Maurice Mamadou Douglas will talk. I know what you can do.
Yeah, we hang here and. Yeah. Maybe I think we'll take some call from here when you reach your 40-minute mark. Maybe okay. We can take a couple of calls from
here. Good evening. Yes, indeed, Mark. I will join you two on our side. Don't worry. Yeah, go ahead. Good evening, my brother. Go ahead. Your name and from where, John?
Okay. This is Aaron. I joined a discussion for former President Well legacy called Olinda Market. On Mebo, it is someone who will come in the market and it is very difficult. We try to put our radio on to listen, we're not hearing good news, maybe we're going to frustrate. Why is it that the government continue to multiply problems and problems in this country? There is problem at Capital Hill, they are not very settled. Then we hear about police director and solicitor general need involved into taking somebody's secret from central prison and sending them to Guinea. Why are they behaving as though they are not educated? You see the kind of thing that going on? If there are no people that are going to work with a passport in their pocket in case of any trouble they leave, we our children, they run away, they leave all here. You see what's starting in this country? Why is people behaving like this? Maybe we can not buy, people putting foods in the market. Not buy, it's very difficult when you're looking for things that people cry in their house.
Let's pray. Let's pray. Mark, take over, Chief.
Yes, sir. You see, that one thing I like about people here, or the lady who just called. You know, we don't want to start something we get in on this show, and people have been reaching out to me behind the scene. Like one other Liberian brother just called. He said he's going to come up with some $30. I don't know. Maybe other people might call. More Duplay. More Duplay said you reach out to him. So after the show, but we'll take calls from here. I think I'm set to whether to take a couple of calls at least for the next 10 minutes until we get to the.
Please pin the number also so that some of
the number is when you get yourself, you don't even pay your Sktv, you're here to take care of the color. I've just pinned the number again, and you can call if some people from the US and other. I don't know if you can call me directly. That's my personal direct number over there, so you can call 612-475-4023. You can call. Maybe if we can get call from here, you can still be taking call over there, but when call come, then we just switch places.
Yes, indeed. You are correct. So this call, good evening. Wait, okay, yeah, go ahead. Okay, go ahead, yes, sir. Oh.
I'm afraid, because things are not going the right way. The government, we are not careful to take us back to 1989. So what's going to happen? All these fighting about the legislator, taking certain group of people will just have petition and ask Waka to step down. And when you put on resistance, there will be another thing for Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we prayed. You know, we go and pray. Let's just keep praying. So let's call a good evening. Hello, Chief. How you doing?
Yeah, neighbor.
Yeah, go ahead, your name. Yeah, you live on the radio. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us.
Yeah,
Oh, wonderful. Older employees, Capitol Building.
Somebody call me. Maybe I got a color hair just when you done with that last call.
You said how many years you made that? 63. 63 years. Okay.
5'3". 5'3".
Oh, 5'3". Okay, and they put you there without benefit or nothing. Okay, they listen anyway.
Maybe I got a color hair. I got an undercover solution for the second time.
All right,
so
thank you. Yeah,
go ahead, man. Go ahead, Ben. You live.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, Mark, you did give an example about McCarthy in the United States. I don't know how that example really applies to what is happening in Liberia, because McCarthy was not removed by the Democrats; he was removed by his own party.
But what I said yesterday. They just stripped away ability to not conduct conference from your own party, Mark Gates and other Republicans, because they had a narrow majority. So in order to get rid of him, all they did was to just strip his conference power and the same thing, and then he became useless and he walked away.
No, so I think the difference is that you try to be McCarthy resigned.
Well, the same thing.
So the House of Representatives could not function if McCarthy had said the House would not have functioned.
But Ben, we are saying the same thing in a different way.
It was never going to function. So it is always easier when the leader of the House is from the ruling group. But in Liberia, it is the opposite. It's like these guys can just become be rebel and just start everything. And I think at the end of the day, that's what they should do. I don't want both sides to give in. I want to let both sides keep fighting, and let them fight until this whole thing gets to where it can get. Nobody should leave their position. Let them fight.
Okay.
Thank you.
You called twice today, saying you're $25 that lady who called and borrowed money for Australia to pay. You called twice today.
All right. Okay. I will send it.
Thank you, Ben. Go ahead. Maybe, except I get another call, you can take off on that end until we get to the
wonderful. Keep the calls coming. 077-285-971. To those of you who are calling, yes, indeed, call now so that you can make your own point on what we've been talking here. Today's caller. Hello. Hello. Yeah, my brother. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us. When I get it too clear, though, my brother, you gotta be a little bit, yes. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I listened to the analysis the both of you make this evening. What I would love to say is, in every multi-democracy, more especially in African democracy, people should freely express themselves and have disagreement with the government, and the government should consider people's disagreement. And this is why President Baka has, tolerated people's disagreement, people chastising the government, and even he welcomes every recommendation, criticism coming from.
So what's the point? Yeah. So what's the point? Yeah.
So the point I'm making
is
that when I stand when I listen to you guys on the show, you are more chastising the government than even wanting to recognize some of the progress.
So the protest today at MVTC, you guys support that? Hello.
They seem to be talking here. They're coming for us instead of people.
The protest today at MVTC, that's where you are going to support it, and
the
government are treating that place. Is that the right thing? No, agree. You agree on that? No, but you want to stop forgetting about all these things. No, you're not going to give me a pamphlet. Please, just go straight to the point. Yeah.
There is an act that created MVDC. And the act that created MVDC.
So they asked they will get 4,000 every year. My young man. So let's call a good evening. Not going to waste our time. Hello. Yeah. Good evening. I'm okay. Thank God your name and from where you join us. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, the money they are getting for I know everything of the defense. Two more than I put here, come here in the issue here. Because our country basic because the money like you say, whatever way you think so money been hard to get talk in the country. So the best thing is that's all that because they will not listen to you, they will not listen to nobody except the citizen to go to the council within that all. Because you know, I just feel the discussion from the bench. Who know how to get for the country? Nothing else they can do, no.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother. Today's caller, good evening, Mom. If you get caller, just let me know.
No, I ain't got a caller yet, but keep taking calls until I can get a few callers coming from this end.
Oh, no. Don't go that route. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, maybe this is scary. I just thought to make a point. I'm not diving into.
No, but the first thing first. Hello, my young man. Hello. I like for people to independently or maybe disagree with us. Is your right. Okay. But you can't come here and be saying how we always talking against the government. How? Oh no. Hello. Okay, cool. So apologize now.
Yeah, I apologize for being
Go ahead.
All right. Now that's the that created MVDC follow the Ministry of Youth and Sport. You understand? Now the Ministry of Youth and Sport supersedes every activity of the MVDC. That means the Director General and the two deputies report directly to the Minister of Youth and Sport. You were here, maybe I know to be an investigative journalist. On President Terry, there were several projects that were here at the MVDC. She even went there and intervene as to resolve that particular issue. Let me tell you the problem here. If there is an act that created the MVDC, if that act is not reviewed, the lawmaker almost he submitted a bill to review the act to make MVDC an autonomous agency. That act, the Youth and Sport Ministry fought him and didn't surface at the Liberal Senate. The CFP, as representative of District 2, he tried to reawaken the act that created MVDC to review. Minister Zoka was at the time, fought him, and that act didn't surface.
So, hello. Yeah, but my man, listen, I gave him meaning. Hello. You see, I don't want to call you again before you feel that maybe I'll cut you off. Please. You already gave you lots of time, and you already explained. But our point is not about all the things that you are saying. Our point here is the students who are going to school, what happening? There are no teachers. Teachers are not being taking pay. I'm talking about. So all the kind of history, bringing up my brother, we know all of these things.
If that act is not reviewed to make MVDC autonomous, it will continue to, repeat itself years after years, administration after administration. Because you can supersede every activity of the MVDC.
All right, thank you, my brother. Our team, you talk more than 4 minutes now. Let's call a good evening.
Hello. Oh yeah.
Hello. Let's call a good evening. Yeah, my brother. Go ahead. Your name and from where you join us. All right. Go ahead, my brother.
I have been having problems in this country that has to do with our country. For each time, any other thing arrests in this country that has to do with money business, that money will never come correct.
Yeah, from 20,000 to 2,100, according to the information.
Somebody told me 200,000. I don't know how true it is, but we're very fast. Somebody said 200,000. Mr. Manlo.
100,000 plus I came in the country. They took the money, it was short. One Nigerian in the country came to the airport. The airport, I think have to get behind the Nigerian government to pay that money. So I don't know, even there's a technical fellow in question where Kabila Jana is talking about. That says one of your family costs is that is about almost 156,000. But I only came up with 2,800.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother. Yeah, thank you so much. Now, what can happen when you, yeah, mock tape, I think maybe 1 or 2 calls we can call a day.
Yeah, for some reason, I'm not getting a call from this end yet, so you can keep going ahead until I can get a call from here.
Okay, I see someone even calling me on this side, so like maybe your line giving problem or what, I don't know. But today's caller, good evening. I think this person look like. Hello? Hello? Yeah, Mazari? Yes? Is it Mazari? Okay, go ahead, Chief. Yes, go ahead, my brother. Yeah, the phone, I don't know, the AC, the phone, no kind of thing, but go ahead.
Okay, so I want to speak about 2 things. The first one is that I'll get a picture. The first one to do is what Liberia is always involved in the government. Every time you come to Liberia here, the country message our government will tell you over. On January 2020, foreign quarter was a resident area. And I've got many reports, they put there according to the national law, but somebody wrong for you, you have to go to the what you do again. That is a foreign quarter. You hear you say somebody ran for the ruling, you say one police director, the government is still elaborating the map over. I don't know why I did it. It's in the over. And now why is it from doing that to the map to say it's over? What is the international law that you are taking refuge? You don't do that. And from a point we can say, you can't go to us. But we are always here to go on. The last thing I want to do is put it on left foot. You can't put on government to get better. You can't put it on good position. And your car, you go take a gas bar to see your child. You don't get to the traffic. Then we have this video for what happened. You can't ask God for that.
All right. All right, my brother, that's the point. All right, thank you so much, my brother. Mark, we got to go, no time. Thanks to all of our callers.
Yeah.
Mama. Yes.
You know, I enjoy one of the callers, the one who came here to talk about the act that created the invisible. It's just, our people, like I keep telling, the reason the country is in problem and the reason our politicians won't change the way how to do business because they are mostly interested in taking side than focusing on things that affect their personal life. He first came here with the idea that Sktv is biased to this administration. And you try to accent some of the positive things that we just to bring about. Because the whole idea was Sktv only want to project all the negativity against the government. That's the whole intention he came with. But when you corner him, he start talking about an act. We're not talking about an act. Just because it happened in Madam Salif, it's not a license to keep doing what happened in Madam Salif. There is the #1 vocational and technical institution in the country. You cannot keep making excuses. Even if there's not an act, you should be able to allocate funding to make sure that people can go to school and learn while they went there to learn. But he came here mostly with the idea of attacking Sktv, but then he tried to pivot after you corner him. But you know what? That's it. That's Liberia for you. And that's just what it is in Liberia. People, there's something that happened on the speaker. Like we keep saying on Sktv here. There is no good side in this fight. They are all criminals. They are all corrupt. But at the end of the day, somebody want to act like the competition. Are you not aware that a speaker who walked away with $7 million extra from his budget? You don't know the budget is a law? It's a constitutional breach. The budget is a law. When you steal within the budget, that's a crime. So no good side. But for them, no. They must, once they cannot take a side, then it means nothing will operate because for them, picking a side is the most important thing than doing the right thing in the country. And I mean, we just have to accept it. That's how they operate. You cannot blame them. That's how they were groomed in politics. Yeah, like I keep saying, so it's nothing strange. And I got another caller again. So the lady who called and that is asking some assistance from us here, the undercover sedition. I think maybe he must send me something. I don't know what Maurice Dupley will have on his end and we can see what we can do. But just for a reminder, you guys, I will keep telling you, support SKTV first, because how will you help other people if SKTV is not even on? Hey, if we can struggle with the day-to-day operation of SKTV, then we will not be in the position to help other people that would need help. But if you can finance the operation, I mean, we made it here so simple. At least 30 individuals on a Friday, make it rotational so one person cannot carry the breading. I guess a lot of people can afford $20 in a month. I mean, even though it's a monthly thing, I mean, it's a weekly thing, but I mean, if you make one.
Last week, nothing.
Nothing. It's been going on for the longest.
And so, that's not a good thing. Let me be frank, because when you see all the things that we're going through today, you see all the threats, everything coming. Look, somebody commented not too long. I think that my sister Ruth Roberts, I know she said that when you post, in fact, when they see your post, they will not want to even give you a job. And you know, and these are facts. Let me tell you, the way you're hearing them on the radio, that how these people, that how someone, how they behave, even though go to these places and tell somebody that's just the kind of society that we live in. They see us like we are against their, I don't know, their godfathers or who them. I'm not understanding anything, Monk. We are here to bring out all of the information, the facts, and the betterment of the country. But you get angry.
Yeah, you get angry, you attack SKTV.
And when we start pressing it, you will not benefit anything. They don't even know. You will not get further. But anyway, Mo, gotta go good now.
Yeah, we'll call it quit for the day. And I mean, I will call Maurice Douglas, and I don't know where you guys will hang here on that side, and I will see what we can.
I will let you know anything.
Give me any update between you and Douglas. Then from there, we'll take it from here, because at least I got 2 individuals here. I got the undercover edition. I got one of my brother. I promised to send $30, so maybe we can make something happen for her. God's willing.
Yeah. Even all right. Stop paying, maybe she can get or live. You know, something.
Yeah. And she will buy a gas too for making the connection.
Thank you, but anyway, thank you, Mo. See you on tomorrow. By the grace of God, Sekou Kane and that Steve Bode will be joining us. They've been away for a little time, but they'll be joining us hopefully tomorrow. Thank to all of you for following us. Thank to all of our viewers. Indeed, like viewer is all we have. Their love.
Oh yeah.
So when we want to love, now they get angry. When we think of better, like you get angry. I will be on that. But good night, man. Good night.
Take care, everyone.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The project is giving us here the purpose of them. The work with my life without fear.
A lyrical
Master.
Play Paris, who make you, I can't ask you to be venue. Say my journey, Tina can I say my jamo. And yes, I know money, and more I know. And you love
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lopa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lusa, from Riverside to Raji to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat to San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.